Live. Hello. I'm live. Hi, everybody. I'm once again traveling. I've been to a friend's party and I'm on my way back, but I thought I'd just let you know what's happening in Club Soda this week and give you some words of inspiration today. So first of all, for any of you who haven't seen our blog today is covering the wines that are in our wine club box this month. So do have a little look. We've got 3 great alcohol-free wine or wine alternatives for you to try. We've also got the Discovery Box tasting live this evening. So if you're a subscriber of the Discovery Box, you can watch and then watch again and be able to try whatever we for the box for you this week. Wednesday's Ask Dru is about alcohol and heartbreak. We've got a drink of the week this week, which is Strike. I'm hoping so anyway. And then the podcast this weekend is with Harriet Waley-Cohen and friends on empowerment. So let me just take that off for people who are watching on Facebook, etc. So what was I going to talk to you about today? I was going to talk to you about celebrations. This weekend I've been to a friend's 50th birthday and wedding anniversary celebration, and we put quite a lot of work into developing an alcohol-free menu for that. And I thought it made me think that as things are opening up again and people have got different lifestyle, life goal moments or big moments from the year, like your birthday or weddings or all those sorts of things, that very much our view of celebration is tied up to what we drink, right? Everyone goes, oh, it's a celebration, we must have champagne, we must have drinks. And I remember going to an event a while ago where somebody said to me, well, it wouldn't be a wedding if there wasn't champagne. And I was like, really? Because the most important thing about the wedding, right, is that people are getting married, not the actual specific drink that you drink. When did it all become about that? And that's because, we have these urban myths that these are things that make a celebration. These are the things that show that you're generous. These are things that you should do as a host. And if you don't do them and don't have specific types of alcohol, you're a terrible host. I mean, if you think about it, it's complete and utter bonkers, isn't it? That your social standing, your desirability as a host, the importance of your party is whittled down to whether or not you've got something fizzy in a glass, and not about whether or not you made everyone feel welcome. My friend, because she's my friend and so she's obviously heard a lot about what we do, decided that she wanted everybody to feel welcome at her party. More importantly, lots of people were driving quite a long way and she wanted anyone driving to feel like they were just as welcome as anyone else. And then finally, the thing that was important for her, yes, that's you, Ange, was that she wanted to not drink too much in the evening. She really wanted to enjoy herself. She'd been wanting this party for a long time. COVID stopped some of it happening. She wanted to enjoy her party, so she actually alternated drinks. So what do you do as somebody who's not drinking, both as an attendee at a party and a host? Well, first of all, there's no reason why you can't RSVP on an invite under dietary preferences, alcohol-free drinks, please. And you can even put in brackets, it'd be great if the venue had an alcohol-free spirit or an alcohol-free beer or whatever your favourite tipple is. There's no harm in asking. Nobody wants to make a fuss, but there's no harm when people are asking you about what it is that you want to, any dietary preferences, about putting it in there. And I do it all the time. The second is just because you're not the organiser of the party, if it's a cash bar, then there's no reason why you can't phone up the venue and ask them what they have, and even say to them, look, there's a few of us who are coming who are driving. Could you consider getting something a bit more interesting in? They might have Heineken Zero in now, but we got this venue to get in some Adnams Ghost Ship as well. So there's no harm in you phoning up, empowering yourself to find out what they have so that you know what you're going to drink. My final suggestion is, if you're really not sure, but you want to make sure you've got something that you enjoy the evening so that you're not tempted to have a drink or that you feel like you're part of the party, is to get yourself a small bottle of the alcohol-free spirits and then pimp your own tonic. There are other things that you can do in a venue, like ask for Angostura bitters in your tonic and those sort of things. But, bar staff do want you to feel included. So there's no reason why at the start of the evening you go to the bar staff, take some time have a look at what they have so you know what you want to pick, or have a chat with the bar staff and say, look, I'm not drinking because I'm driving, what have you got, is there anything interesting in your menu that we can make a little cocktail from? Oh, I see you've got tonic, could I have that? Could you open me a bottle of the cherry soda, and I'll split that through the evening with some tonics. Bar staff are really keen to help on that, so don't feel backward about coming forward about what you want. Do feel empowered. Bar staff want you to have a good time, they want you to spend the money, and if all else fails, you can always sort yourself out. Now, if you are putting on a party and you want some good alcohol-free drinks for you and anyone else coming along, then there's a few suggestions for you. First of all, you're paying for venue or you're paying for night out. You have complete right to ask for them to get some stuff in for you. Venues need a good week in order to make sure they put on a good order from their wholesaler. For this, because it's a volunteer bar at a cricket club, I actually asked them who their wholesaler was, and then I phoned up the wholesaler and asked what they had. I said, I noticed you've got Adnams, do you have the Ghost Ship? I noticed you've got this, do you have this? And then I went back to the venue and said, well, if you order this, I will get some other stuff in, and then you can sell it and keep it towards the cricket club funds. But it does give venues a chance to order, or for you to go, you know what, could I order something in and maybe pay you a bit of corkage so that we can have an alcohol-free Prosecco for the evening. And so I drank alcohol-free Prosecco for the whole evening, and I paid not very much money for a whole bottle of that, so as a corkage fee at that party. So you've got all those options as well. The next is that if you have got good alcohol-free options and you've put time into doing, make sure they put up a menu. At this venue, they put 3 menus up in full view saying this is the alcohol free that's here this evening, because most people's default is that there's not going to be anything there, I'll just order a Coke. Bar staff are not yet well trained enough to go, oh, this person's not drinking, maybe I should ask if they want a beer rather than Coke. So make sure that you've got a menu that says what's there, and then people can know that there's some alternative for them that they can drink. So both as a consumer and as a host, you can take power and be empowered in any situation to make sure the celebration goes the way that you want, whether you're a guest or whether you're organising a party. And I do recommend you do that, because venues won't change unless they are asked, unless they know there's demand. And the more that people demand it, the more they'll make sure that there's something in. And the woman who was running the bar at the cricket club last night said, oh, these things were really nice. I didn't think they existed anymore, or all these sort of things existed. We're going to get them in more often because lots of people drive to the cricket. So not only did my friend Angela have a great party, which was amazing to hear a live band, everybody had a great time. Several people came up and said, oh, it's so great that there's been a great alcohol-free beer, but it's quite possible that Angela's changed what the cricket club stocks forever now as a result. So that's like a win-win, right? So my view to you all is empower yourself. As Joe says in the comments here, hide a tin of nanny state in your pocket. I mean, I'm surprised Joe hasn't just got a trolley with nanny state in it wherever she goes. She is the nanny state warrior. But you can always pay a small amount of corkage. Venues are really happy to help. Don't feel embarrassed about having the conversation. You would have the conversation if you were gluten-free or if you were vegan. No reason why you shouldn't for this. It's just another dietary preference, and then you'll enjoy all of the parties that you go to. And I had a great time. I was able to dance all evening, I drank some really interesting drinks, and then I got up early the following morning and had a lovely breakfast with family. And what's better than that? No nursing a hangover. All right, everybody, thank you for your time, and I'll see